Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Veda and this is The Simple Budget. Here on my channel, I show you how my family is using the zero-based budgeting method in order to get out of debt and simplify our financial life. If that sounds like content that you're interested in, I would love it if you would hit the subscribe button and join our little crew here. And with that being said, let's get into today's video. All right, well, hello everyone and happy Bonus Content Wednesday. I am actually filming this weeks before you're seeing it, but as I've already explained in a video earlier this month, I just didn't want to inundate you with a ton of content in like 1 or 2 weeks. And the best way for us to do that was to just go ahead and spread it out over a couple of weeks so that it wasn't like all simple budget all the time and you guys were getting bored or sick of me. So today's video is an exciting one because we are stuffing my husband's Christmas bonus. And it's exciting for a couple of reasons. One, because bonus money is always fun. But two, because just a year ago, we used his Christmas bonus to plug up a hole in our debt acquisition. Basically, we just never really budgeted wisely, and we would use extra income like this as an opportunity to just kind of offset our spending habits and our bad decision making. And we don't have to do that this time, which is really exciting for us. So last year we used the Christmas bonus to help to pay for Christmas. And this year we're able to, because of being disciplined for almost an entire year now of budgeting, of cash budgeting and zero-based budgeting, we're actually able to use this to buffer up some of our categories, our sinking funds that we felt like needed a little extra boost for the year. Because when you are new, and I've mentioned this on my channel before, when you're new to cash budgeting and cash stuffing and zero-based budgeting, especially when you're kind of starting from scratch like we were at the beginning of the year, you're kind of starting at empty and you're building on top of nothing. So the foundation is an important one to set, the foundation being the discipline of actually doing it. But then, being able to take maybe extra money or unplanned bonuses here and there and being able to tuck them into sinking funds that get spent from a lot is very helpful. And that would be my number one tip, is if you can make sure that you're buffering up some important sinking funds like groceries and household expenses and toiletries and things like that from the get-go. That is a really good foundation to set when you are starting from zero like we were. So anyway, rather than rambling on incessantly forever and ever, I'm just going to go ahead and get into the cash stuffing. So the total amount that we are stuffing today is $1,904, because it would not be a simple budget video if I did not have a weird number in there. There is a reason for that, and I will get to the weird number when we actually come to that envelope. But in the meantime, let's just go ahead and get into the stuffing here. So as always, I'm going to start in high priority sinking funds. Bear with me because the way that I wrote out this list of funds that I was stuffing was not in order of how I have it in my envelopes here, which is what I usually do. So we're just going to have to cross the bridge when we come to it and hope that I remember that I was actually stuffing something in case I have any money left over here. So groceries is not being stuffed from us with this extra money, nor is taxes. Why would I ever voluntarily give my money to the federal government, any government? If you know me at this point, you know that I barely give them my money willingly. So I'm certainly not going to do it voluntarily, or I barely want them to take my money that they do take. So I'm not going to give it to them voluntarily. So anyways, we are going to, however, be stuffing medical. We have taken a hit in it, not a hit, but we've had to pay from it a couple times this year, and it let us know that this is definitely one that we wanted to add a little bit more of a cushion to. And so we are going to be putting $100 in this one. And so, as I mentioned, I'm filming this weeks before you're actually seeing it. So the numbers that you have in your memory, if you memorize what I have in my envelopes, are going to be different from what you've actually seen most recently. But for now, in medical, we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 200, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So now we have 213 in medical. And obviously, when you are watching this, I will have already done the bill condensing from the end of November, but that has not been completed yet. So that's why the envelope looks like this. Car expenses is another one that we felt it was necessary to go ahead and buffer up. And so I'm going to be putting $100 in this one as well. And so now in car expenses, I have 100, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 85, 95, 300, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 308 in car expenses. Goodness gracious. Yeah, these definitely need a condensing. By the time you're watching this video, I will have already done it, but I haven't done it yet. So anyways, home maintenance was another one that we kind of felt like was important because this one doesn't get as fully stuffed as we would like to be able to stuff it every single month. And so that was kind of what made the decision actually for all of the envelopes that we've decided to stuff. And you'll notice that most of them are going to be in high priority sinking funds, and they get the most of what we decided to put at them. So this was another one, and it's also getting $100. And so now in home maintenance, we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 200, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 217 in home maintenance, which I still think coffee syrup pumps should have come from, but I digress. Household is one that we are going to be stuffing, but I'm putting 50 at it. And the reason for that is because certainly not as high of a priority as like home maintenance and car expenses, where you really want to make sure that you have some oops money available, which is essentially what those envelopes are for. But, you know, household expenses and toiletry expenses are things that we've kind of fluctuated with throughout the year as far as like establishing a plan for ourselves. We felt like sometimes we were ahead and sometimes we were behind. And so I figured let's throw 50 at it to end the year and see if that 15 gives us enough of a buffer to get us through, in addition to funding it every month. And so that's what I decided to do. And because I'm me, I did a 20, 2 10s, and 2 5s, because I can't just be normal in household and toiletries. Now, can I? No, the answer is that I cannot. So currently in household, excuse me, I have 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 5. The 5s that they gave me were new, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, and 90 in household. And I'm also kind of internally cracking up because the next time I actually film a current video for you guys, it's going to be the first week of December, and none of these numbers are going to make sense to anybody, but you know, it'll be just a fun combo, and you guys never seem to mind if I do have to film out of like chronological order, because we're just here hanging out with each other and having fun anyway. So that's that. Toiletries is another one. Same with household. We just wanted to add like a little bit of padding into it because we just felt like sometimes we were ahead and sometimes we were behind. So let's go ahead and add a little bit to it to kind of offset that. And so again, because I'm me, I went ahead and did a 20, 2 10s, and 2 5s. Actually, let me split up those 5s so that they're not difficult to, They're not difficult to count. All right, here we go. So now in toiletries, I have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 75, 85, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 99. That's just hilarious. I would have 99 in toiletries. Too funny for words. Clothes is why I have a funky number over here. So we realized, my husband and I were going over our budget, which we do semi-regularly, I would say at least 2 times a week. And we ended up finding that we had a deficit in clothes. It was one that I forgot to account for when I was stuffing it the following week, when I did like a weekly check-in. So clothes was supposed to be getting 200, but because of the deficit, we are stuffing it less to make up for that. So it's going to be getting 154, and that's why I have such a weird number over here. But every dollar counts, so the $4 will be going in here with the rest of it. And yeah, so, and we did this because as we've mentioned a bunch of times on the channel, like my husband needs some clothes, my kids grow all the time. So getting this one like actually beefed up has been something of a challenge this year. So that's why we decided to add 200 to it, which is now actually 154, but it's fine. It still gives us more of a buffer in it than we would have had without it. So that's that. Let's go ahead and give this one a count. We have 100, 200, 50, 70, 80, 90, 300, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So 324 in clothes, which I'm sure we will go through, but you know, for now it helps. And then we are actually done in our high priority sinking funds. So I will move us right along into our low priority sinking funds, which is actually not going to be getting too much. We have a couple things, but not too many. Dine Out being the first of those. We just wanted to add to this so that we can take advantage of it for Christmas time. And so we went ahead and earmarked $50 for that. And so now in Dine Out, we have 50, 100, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 104 in Dine Out. Just very, very nice for family time. Work food is not getting anything. Neither is haircuts, home decor, dates. He's got plenty of money. You all know that he doesn't need any more. Hers, which is still so sad and lonely here. Family fun though is getting another $50. As you can see, we really chose mostly high priority sinking funds and things that were just really important to us to make sure that we were buffering up as we go forward into 2024. And that's like, I mean, trust me, we really sat down and went over each category and thought about what was important to fund and what wasn't. Even the fact that we used the Christmas bonus for this and not debt, I'm sure some of you are going to frown upon, but this was just something we are very, very happy with the progress that we've been making with debt. So we felt like we could take this bonus money and use it to buffer up our life funds a little bit here. And so that's why we chose to do what we chose to do. And so let me grab the 50 here. And so now in family fun, we have 50, 60, 70, oh goodness, 50, 60, 75, 85, 91. 91 in family fun. So that's really nice. Because as we've mentioned a bunch, we just have a lot planned for, actually, I'm trying to think, we're going to be going to see the Nutcracker soon by the time you guys are seeing this video. So we'll definitely make good use of this money. And House Project is not getting anything from us because when it comes to bonus money, it gets more than its fair share anyway on a monthly basis. So it certainly didn't need Christmas bonus money. Last up, we are in holiday sinking funds, and actually a decent amount is going in here. Gifts being the first one, it's actually getting $100 from us. This is because we've, especially this year, we had 2 family weddings, and we had to really, we realized, family stuff comes up like this, and you want to make sure that you have money available for those little things that pop up, because you certainly don't want to stiff a family member on a gift that they would give to you in return. And so we wanted to just go into 2024 having some money in here that, also, for when our kids get invited to birthday parties and things like that, we just really want to make sure that this one has some money in it. So that's why we decided this. And now in gifts, we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40. Oh boy, again with the 5s. 5. Here, no, I think I messed that up. Yeah, let me start over again. To quote one of my common phrases, I swear I can count. Ready? 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 45, 55, 60, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 264. And that feels nice to have in there for gifts for friends and fam. Parte is another one, just like that one. We really felt like, gosh, we were really struggling to find money to put into this one for whenever we were having events or company or whatever it was. And so just like with everything else, we were like, let's go ahead and put a solid 100 in there and really give it enough to get us through as a supplement to whatever we budget for it every month next year. So now in parte, we have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 145 in parte. The little ones are being skipped. Valentine's Day, Easter. This, however, is getting the biggest stuff for this Christmas bonus. One of the things that Mr. Simple and I sat and talked at length about when it was like, do we put this money toward debt or do we put this money toward our sinking funds? One of the things that I mentioned was vacation, being able to fund vacation because of the way that our budget is and because of how much money we put toward our debt every single month. We don't fund this one every month, obviously. It's sitting here empty. And so this really was the thing that moved the needle as far as making the decision of whether we put this money at debt or in our sinking funds, was making sure that we had a good starting point going into the year for vacation. We don't really even know what we're going to do yet this year, but we know that we want to do something, and we want it to be longer than just a short one. We want like a nice solid summer vacation this year. So that was what made the decision for us as far as stuffing the $1,900 or paying off debt. And so to that end, vacation is going to be getting $1,000. And the reason why I'm not just keeping that money in the bank is because I'm going to be using this $1,000 to help facilitate my my cash stuffing, or my bill, not my cash stuffing, my bill condensing that you guys will have already seen. I'll go ahead and link that for you. And so that's why I kept the money in here, because as we all know, you need a bill condensing. For a bill condensing, you need bigger bills. And so that's why I just decided to do the full 1,000 in here so that I could use this money to return to the bank. So let me just make sure I have 1,000 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 1,000 is going into vacation. And eventually, once I do my bill condensing, this will go in our high yield savings account, and we're just going to let it hang out there and earn interest until we actually go on vacation. So that's nice. The last envelope that we're going to be stuffing today is our back to school envelope. This is another one that we kind of felt like over the course of the year, we were just kind of playing catch up with it, or not really stuffing as much as we would like to. And so we just earmarked $50 for it. And so that's what we're doing. And so now in back to school, we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 10. Oh gosh, these 5s. I can't. Okay, 110, 15, 25, 30, 5, 40, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 144 in back to school. And that's it. Halloween, Thanksgiving, these are all just like little guys and they get enough funding that I'm not worried about needing to add a little bit of a buffer for them. So that works like it is. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. No, it was not like a typical cash stuffing of mine, but I didn't want to like not stuff it for you guys and have like the money just kind of like randomly show up in my envelopes with no explanation. So I try to be as forthcoming and as much of an open book with our budget as I can with you guys, because I feel like when you're new to it, or if you have a lot of questions, it doesn't help when you're not seeing all of the answers. And I like to try to give you guys as many as I can. So I hope you found it helpful, and thank you for tuning in. And if you did enjoy today's video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would really, really love it if you did. And then, yeah, I'm just going to see you guys on Friday with a regular good old fashioned weekly check-in. And I know I'm looking forward to it. I always like those videos and filming those and spending a little bit of extra fun chatty time with you guys. So that will be a fun one. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you guys then. Bye, everyone.